So I am at the start of the Pig Trail, or at least the last 25 miles of it, from about Combs to I-40. On this loaded up beast, on a solo camping trip adventure through the Ouachita Mountains. So I just did this on the FC09 not too long ago. I imagine it's going to be pretty different with this loaded up Africa Twin. I'm going to stop and fly the drone here. Bikes out today. At that overlook I met two people from Kansas City on some incredible Ducatis. Another guy on an Africa Twin that had just done the Mid-Atlantic and the Colorado BDR. So I've been on the road for about 4.5 hours. I stopped for lunch though. And this is finally Paris, Arkansas, which is where the GPX file picks up. So it'll be interesting to see when this actually turns to dirt. I'll keep you posted. Well, I've done 200 miles since I left the house. I'm about 6 miles outside of Paris, Arkansas, and it looks like this is where the route is going to take us. Mount Magazine. See where it goes. Starting to get a little gravelly. Well, it didn't take long. From the looks of where these logs and stuff are, that water got quite high at one point. The state of Arkansas publishes 7 of these routes. I've done one other one, and it was like this, pretty mild, until the very end it got kind of more like an ATV trail. So I'm curious to see, is this one just all forest roads, fire roads, gravel roads, whatever you want to call them? Or does it get into some ATV stuff? far, the roads are just super nice, gravel roads. If you just like being out in the woods, enjoying nature, seeing the sights, this is pretty scenic. This would be easy on any adventure bike up to this point. Even like a scrambler would be fine, as long as you don't mind throwing rocks at it. There's nothing been challenging. Arkansas 309 is fun. And Arkansas is just so full of twisties. Such a good motorcycling state. It's been about 13 miles, 13 and a half miles. And now we're getting back into the woods at 223 and a half. Really a nice road. Whoa, spoke too soon. You wanted to experiment with a 2-up adventure bike? So far, this would be a trip to start on. Well, that's cool. I'm gonna take a pic of that. So here the pavement just dead ends. It's been 6 miles of asphalt to get back to this. Just FYI. Pretty intermittent as far as gravel to asphalt. Cool. So I've been on this for 7 or 8 miles like this. Have not seen any people. No campsites, no structures, no nothing. I think this is just a logging road. It's pretty quick though. 30 to 40 miles an hour feels pretty comfortable most times. So that was about 10 miles and we're back on asphalt, so it is just like on and off, on and off. These are some fast roads. Easy to get up to 50, 45, 50. And they're just smooth. The only concern would be wildlife at this point. Trying to cross this with the drone watching. Shouldn't be that big a deal. Definitely some rocks. Alright. Awesome. This river must have been really high recently. Everything's still knocked over, knocked down. They had a pretty good storm in this area. Seen a lot of storm damage on the road too. I'd say 83 miles into this GPS file, starting in Paris. Getting close to 4 o'clock. Just pretty cool. So I'll be honest, it's all starting to look the same. I'm sure it is on the video if this makes it. The forest is cool. Can't see more than 20 feet either side ever, and it's just hauling butt through on the gravel roads. There's a couple of cool overlooks, and when I went over them I thought, oh, I'll just get the next one on the video, but there seemed to be a next one. So this is Highway 7, Scenic Highway 7. You come out, and really you're just supposed to go straight across Highway 7, but I diverted down to get gas about 8 miles south. So I'm on my way back from getting gas. It's still a beautiful ride. I just didn't want to risk it on the gas thing, so It's 5 o'clock. Started this trip at about 8:30. So 30-minute lunch. I've definitely been on the bike for 8 hours. Done, let's see, 325 miles. So 125 of it has been on this GPX track. Wow. That was a rut. I have 8 miles supposedly to get to Lake Sylvia. Not sure. I got stuck behind 2 cars. Thank you. Oh. So now, the last 8 miles turns into something a lot more interesting. Bottomed out that hard. That skid plate took that one for me. Wow. Hearing a new rattle on the bike. I don't know what that is. Maybe just because I'm pushing it. Miles. See, it was 8. Thinking about cheating. Looks like I won't be the first one. Still missed. Huh. Where'd that road come from? Is that an easier road? So I'm about 2 miles out from the lake. I'll get there pretty close to 6 o'clock. So 8:30 to 6 with a half-hour lunch and a 16-mile gas detour if you want to do this ride and you're doing the math. Wow, that's pretty cool. So I made it through the night. Slept pretty okay. I'm actually just exploring right now. There was something that said pinnacle, flat pinnacle. So we're gonna see what that looks like before we head home. So I just took some gorgeous drone footage. I'm up on the top of a mountain that you can't see down. So this is, I'll roll some drone footage here, but this is what it looks like when you're not in the woods. I was hoping there'd be a clearing, but I haven't found one.